another episode of Karp Talk Radio. I'm Chris Morgan, your host, and I'm joined by my two buddies here. Whichever one wants to go first today.
I'm busy.
Jamie's playing his new little anime game.
Hi, Busy. I'm Ryan.
Boom.
Hey guys, this is Jamie. I'm playing a new game. I'm gonna actually talk to you guys about that here in a little bit.
Because it's totally Pokemon related, right?
Yeah, it actually is. It is, but it isn't. We're gonna get to that later. Chris, what we have in news tonight?
News. Let's see. We've got. Looks like this next set might actually be good, as opposed to the last set that came out, which is just collector cards. These ones, they're starting to look playable, and not only playable, but metagame changing.
Exactly.
So, the first card we got revealed was the Max Elixir, I believe was the name of it.
PP Max in Japanese, Max Elixir in English.
That's right. So the PP Max.
PP Max. PP Max. Oh, can I be
just to make sure what it does, but I believe it's top 6 cards, correct?
Can I be a 13-year-old about this for a few minutes, guys?
Jamie, you're a 13-year-old about a lot of things.
No, I'm 6 about a lot of things.
Jamie needs the PP up. Or PP Max, whatever it is. Yeah, PP Max. There you go.
I need to urinate now. Thanks a lot.
Alright, so it's a trainer item. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck, and you get to choose a basic energy you find there and attach it to one of your benched basic Pokemon. So it's basically a dark patch that works from the deck onto only a basic Pokemon.
How many basics is in this game, though?
Everything.
I don't know, a lot of them.
Anything that attacks in this game seems to be basic. So.
Or Mega.
Or Stage 2 if their Maxies are Archie'd out.
Yeah, but those are support.
But let's be honest, though, it is a pretty insane card. Opens up a lot of acceleration for decks that didn't have it. The only kind of energy acceleration we even have in Standard right now is Xerneas. Honestly, I mean, everything else. Yeah, you could run
Maybe Yveltal, but it's from the discard pile.
Yeah. Same thing with the Mega Turbo. It also has to be there, and it specifically has to be on Mega Evolved Pokemon. So it's pretty neat, I think. Well, you guys think it'll end up in a lot of decks? It seems really powerful.
Didn't we also say Parallel City was going to be in a lot of decks? That doesn't appear to be the case right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen Parallel City once in TCGO at all.
I mean, I have a 2-2 split of that in Silent Lab in my Houndoom mill deck, but that's still kind of under construction.
Mm-hmm.
It's by no means a finished product.
Right. I thought you had Scorched Earth in that deck.
No. It's a mill deck. Why would I want to mill myself out?
Oh, fair enough.
No, I think Auxiliary needs to be in your deck. I really think that would help it out a lot with some consistency issues and things you were talking about.
I'm having huge consistency issues. I'm getting donked every other game.
Right. A lot of it is because you don't have, like, your deck kind of works the way the the Hammer Time deck works. You just don't have the ability to bring back all your items. And then you were only running, what, 8 Pokemon altogether?
Yeah, 4 Houndoom, 4 Bundleby.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
it misses Life Dew, let's put it that way.
Oh, God, yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, that card's insanely good in the Hammer Time deck. So maybe we might actually get something like that. Who knows? We still got Special Water Energy, which we keep joking about every day. So.
And we've already crossed off one thing that said Special Water Energy cannot do, and that is provide free retreat cost to water types or things with water energies on them, which is what Manaphy EX does.
Mm-hmm.
One of the new cards that was revealed to be an XY9. And I'm very excited for this one. 120 makes it a little less susceptible to getting knocked out than Shaman, for example, or Jirachi. It basically has Darkrai's Dark Cloak ability, except it's for water.
Mm-hmm. Now I like these EXs that have lower hit points and like really good abilities. Like Darkrai is almost too good, consider what it can do, plus
And
an ability.
I think TPCI realized that though too.
Mm. And this guy's really balanced, and I hope they continue this trend. Like I like cards like Shaman and Jirachi with lower HPs and like really good solid abilities. Like they're not even ever intended to attack with or anything like that. Even though Sky Return gets used quite a bit.
Well,
Jirachi EX is one of my favorite cards for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Not only because its art looks pretty, but it's actually good.
Yeah, that's one of the cards I'd like to see come back. I know it kind of lost favor when Shaman came out because you could consistently just draw more cards than that. But to me, without Jirachi, it's a lot harder to do things with Archies and Maxies.
Exactly.
I mean, it's possible, but you run the consistency of being able to set it up without computer search, eggs, and that. Like, it's really hard to set up those cards. It's doable, but it's a lot more luck-based than it would be, like, strategically doing it.
well, with Manaphy, I think it would have a much larger presence and expand it with Kildeo's Blastoise.
Mm.
That way you can just be able to retreat everything for free. You don't have to completely rely on rushing. Because those decks don't want to run Floatstone because you're stacking up energy. But if you have to retreat Keldeo for some reason, you're taking energy away from it. So if you put Manaphy out, that's just you got a very well-rounded deck that covers all your weaknesses. But Keldeo to be able to go in whenever it needs to, Manaphy to sit there and make sure everything can come back for free, and Blastoise for ridiculous amounts of energy acceleration.
Yeah, they might take one of them in there.
It's a good pro.
They don't do a lot of retreating in that deck, so.
Yeah, true, but it can make the deck just even more well-rounded.
Mm.
Plus, you could also throw in Rough Seas for healing.
Yeah, Rough Seas. Guess who forgot that card existed until he played a Manectric deck a couple days ago on TCGO?
Never forgot about that card. I see it all the time.
Love that card.
So, I'll cover this next one, guys.
Okay.
One of my favorite Pokemon is Greninja, and I think it was either yesterday or early today they announced the new Frogadiers, the new Greninja, and the new Greninja Break.
Mm-hmm.
And Greninja Break is filthy.
Yeah, here's what it does. Its ability is Giant Shuriken, Giant Water Shuriken.
Yeah, Giant Water Shuriken.
And it has to be active. It's just the bad part about it. But you can go and put, I think, 5 damage counters?
6.
6. Okay. Put 6 damage counters on any of your opponent's Pokemon by discarding a water energy.
But you can only activate it once per turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's what I think. Keep that up active and put it on base set XY Greninja. That way you can just, once you get that done, you can just put Fisherman with it. You can just go back. And here's the other good thing is the new Frogadier. It's water attack for 1 water energy. Lets you put 3 water energy onto the bench. Well, 3 Frogadiers onto the bench from your deck. So you don't have to go through Froakie first. I think that's overpowered.
Now, I have a couple questions about that.
So it's not too OP.
My questions are, why would you want to pair it with the XY base one? Because you'd be discarding 2 energies for 9 damage counters rather than 1 for 6. Another thing is,
both of them.
When it comes to break evolutions, I know it changes the type, but the weakness and resistances remain the same. Isn't there a dark type Greninja?
Yeah.
That's been done?
Yeah. It's a promo.
But does it retain the typing is my question, because you could use, for example, Dangerous Energy and our inevitable Special Water Energy. Could you use both of them?
That is a good question.
you can't discard like special water energy because it only counts as a water energy when it's in play on a water Pokemon.
But when you break evolve it from the dark one to the water one, does it still remain a dark type is what I'm trying to say. And would you add the water type onto it, or would it just become a water type?
I would imagine it becomes a water type, and
because we haven't run into that situation yet.
True.
Well,
it's an interesting question, actually.
I guess Pokemon will decide that whenever it comes out. I never even thought about that. That is a good question.
Which the new Greninja has a really good attack, though.
Yeah, I can't remember what it does, though.
For one water energy, it does 60 damage plus 20 more if you choose to put a water energy attached to it back into your hand.
So you could do 140 in one turn for discarding an energy and attaching one.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if you have Muscle Band on there.
That would add another 20, so that would be, 160.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what you can get with if you run the XY base set 1, and you discard 2 energies. That would be 90, and then I believe it does. See, actually, you might do a lot more. I think his base attack does 50. It's got you up to 140, 160 again. So you just miss it. The magic number 170 with both.
Still, that's for one. That's for one water energy.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, but also 4 cards for one Pokemon. So that'll be the big thing. Like I wish Greninja would get like a really good EX card. Like I hate that all the starter Pokemon's EXs are horrible.
Charizard's good.
The Combustion Blast Charizard is okay.
It doesn't see any play.
Ancient Origin Sceptile is good.
Doesn't see any play.
Actually, those have been picking up a little bit more.
It doesn't see any mainstream play, let's put it that way. We haven't seen anybody win a tournament with it yet.
That's what we go with. I mean, it's okay to have a deck that you do okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good rogue decks with Sceptile in it. There was that Sceptile Roserade deck I played at the League Challenge in Fort Wayne. It blew me away. That Roserade's ability is really good.
The one when you play it,
you play it from your hand and it lets you pull any card out.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what set that's from, but it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's all sorts of neat things like that, but the problem is, like you said, it doesn't become a mainstream deck. And not to say it's not fun or not, something that you could pick up and maybe do well at a league challenge or something. It's just these decks haven't proved they can go the distance in a tournament that has 9 to 10 rounds.
Any more news?
The Fighting Spirit
Belt.
Which will make Toad even more broken.
Do you think it might be well, it only works on basics, right?
Yeah, Seismitoad EX is basic.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about it as something that might end up replacing Muscle Band as well. But, Muscle Band hasn't been reprinted, though, has it?
No, but here's the thing. I'm expecting it to have some sort of drawback like Expert Belt did back in the Diamond Pearl era, where all of your moves did 20 more damage and you gained 20 HP, I believe it was. But in return, your opponent got to take one more prize card if it was knocked out.
Yeah, it basically made them into EXs. That's what I was looking for, too, at the bottom of it. I thought it might be like they take an additional prize card off of it, which would be crazy if you slap it on like an EX or something.
But as of right now, with what we see from the translations, that is not going to happen, which scares me.
Well, I mean, with the power creep that's going on in the game anyway, that honestly won't surprise me, I don't guess. Still waiting to see what special water is, though. I hope to God it's not double water energy.
That would still be pretty cool.
You say that?
I mean, We've already got a special energy that removes weakness and flash energy. We've already got one that influences retreat cost and mystery energy. We've already got one that does damage like Rocky Helmet does in dark, dangerous energy. We've got one in that if it's discarded by your own attack, you put it back on that Pokemon, like burning energy. Wonder energy prevents status conditions, so we can knock that off. Herbal energy heals when you attach to it. Strong energy does 20 extra damage. I mean, there really aren't many more options left for special energies to do things. So I think double water energy may be.
Well, we got that with double dragon, so.
Yeah, that is true, but that also was basically a rainbow exclusively for dragon types.
Much love for that card, much love.
Oh, I love it. It's amazing.
What could it do, man?
That's what I'm wondering. From a game design perspective.
Ryan was just kind of hypothesizing the most broken things it could do, since it was obviously going to go on a toad. So we started with double water, and then I said maybe it'll give it whenever you attack a Pokemon with it. It automatically poisons them when you flip a coin. If heads, they're asleep as well.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Here's an idea. Okay. So, water attackers usually take a lot of energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know how Double Dragon goes for like a 2 rainbow energy on a dragon type? So, we're going to eliminate all the different types, put it on the water energy, and to make up for that, we're going to make it 3, triple water energy.
Ugh.
So we can go ahead and grenade hammer on turn 1.
Yep.
So let me Lysander
Style points.
Bam.
I actually think that could be a possibility.
I would say they're not that crazy, but they keep printing some ridiculous stuff, so.
Well, you have Double Dragon. Water types usually take a lot of energy to attack. So remove all the different types of energy that Double Dragon has, then go ahead and just add like an extra energy to make up for the different colors.
Maybe just make it the ability to hit through effects like water can permeate through rock, for example. If we're going to start applying real life into it, make it go through all effects, like go through Aegislash's effects, go through Regice, go through things of that nature.
That'd be pretty awesome.
I mean, from a game design perspective, it would be really good, and it would make water better, but at the same time, it would also provide an effect that hasn't been done yet on a special energy.
Water types are already overpowered.
That's pretty good. Could you imagine that on a Keldeo?
Yeah, I mean, water types are already overpowered enough.
Suicune. Oh, God. That would be awesome. I'd like that as much as...
I would run the heck out of some water if it could do that.
That would be pretty good.
Well, look at this. Two of the 3 World Champ decks this year featured water types.
Seismitoad and then Archiestoys.
Yep, national champion, and the runner-up was water. We don't need more
because of
water.
Wailord.
We don't need more water. I'm not
Yes,
thirsty.
we do. We need all the water. We're all thirsty.
I'm not thirsty.
We're grown men playing a card game. We're thirsty.
I guess so. Oh, any board news, guys?
Maybe like an energy that lets you hit for, like it creates its own weakness against whatever you're hitting. That'd be incredibly too good, though.
Overpowered.
Yep. I mean, Toad would automatically be hitting for 60. Yeah, it's too good.
All right, so all speculation aside. All speculation aside, Jamie, I know you've got something you want to talk about on this episode.
Okay. Friday. There's something that we got in the States over here. Here's what it says. YoKai Watch. So, YoKai Watch, you play as this little boy. I can't remember his name because you name him yourself. He goes out one day and starts bug collecting. And he goes into the forest. I'm not spoiler alert, but this is like the very beginning of the game.
Stop me when you've heard this before.
Yeah. This is like the first 30 minutes of the game. I'm not really spoiling any of it. And he comes across this little ghost guy, and he is a yokai. So what he does, he kind of just joins you on a journey, helps you meet other yokai, and then you bring them into battle with you, make friends with them, and then go fight other yokai. You can level them up. You can trade them. You can capture them. Guys, what does that sound like to you?
A cease and desist letter.
Digimon, right?
Oh, is your starter Agumon?
Always.
It's just your starter is this little cicada-looking creature. Spoiler alert.
Ninkata.
That's what I nicknamed it.
Should have nicknamed it Sudinja. That way, when it loses its soul.
Well, there's 200.
Pikachu.
There's also 228 of these things.
Which weren't there originally going to be like 200 Pokemon?
Yeah, 190. Oh yeah, that's what this sounds like. This sounds a lot like Pokemon, does it not?
I don't know. It still sounds like a cease and desist letter to me, even though it's been around in Japan for years and years, and my argument is invalid for that reason.
It's actually a really cute game. Weird and wonderful yokai everywhere. Use your YoKai Watch to find yokai troublemakers around town. Strategize your attacks wisely to unleash powerful Sultanate moves. Okay, this game, here is the reason we're bringing this up on the show. People have been speculating that this is going to overrun Pokemon, put it to the side and to its grave. Okay, I want to give you my thoughts on it as Ryan waves his head no. This is like any other monster capturing JRPG. This is a really fun game. Is it Pokemon? Oh my god, no, it's not. It's basically capture creatures, use them for battle,
Profit.
But the mechanics of it, of the RPG, is a lot like Final Fantasy, to where you can't really control your creature all that well. They just kind of do whatever the heck they want to do. Like in Pokemon, you say what you want them to do, they do it.
Unless they're over-leveled and traded.
Exactly. But it's just a weird game. I like it. It's not going to surpass Pokemon because Pokemon is a multi-million-dollar franchise that is loved by kids and adults alike because it's appealing to everyone. If I wasn't really an RPG fan and I didn't hear of all this hype, I probably wouldn't pick this up because I kind of feel like I wasted $40 with this. Now, Chris, hasn't Xavier been playing it?
No, he's just been watching the cartoon.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, I'll probably get him a copy of it for Christmas if he really wants it, but
Spoiler alert.
He likes the cartoon.
I'll probably sell you my copy if I don't change my mind on it. I don't know.
I don't know. Go ahead, Ryan.
There are so many franchises that have come and gone over the years that have been hyped up to replace Pokemon. And yet, from 1998 until now, this franchise has been beloved by Americans. And I think that a lot of what drives Pokemon now is nostalgia rather than gameplay changes. You know, there's over 700 Pokemon now, and a lot of adults who don't know anything just go, oh, look, Pikachu. Charizard's my favorite Pikachu.
They're not that bad.
Or, for example, there was a chat on Burbank today where somebody's dad said that, oh, well, all card game players are child molesters. We'll get into that another time. Speaking of adults that don't know anything. But, anyways, back to my point. What's driven a lot of Pokemon in recent years has been nostalgia. I mean, if not for the fact that the Kanto starters were in Pokemon X and Y and hyped up as much as they were and got Mega Evolutions, do you really think a lot of these casual players would have picked up X and Y?
Oh, no.
That's a good point.
YoKai Watch does not have that kind of following in the States. It has a huge following in Japan, which is why otakus in the States were, if that's even a word, which is why people were going, oh, well, let's bring this over to the States and see if it sells. This is not going to print money in the nature that Pokemon does. Is it going to sell games? Absolutely. But it's not going to print money like the Pokemon franchise does, even if this franchise tries to merchandise.
Right, because it's not got the licensing power. I mean, they can't just slap it on any lunchbox and sell it.
Exactly.
It has a specific niche market, which is people who are gung-ho about anime, regardless if it's good anime or not.
Well, I gotta admit, the game is fun. I actually enjoy it rather well. But it just kind of makes me mad how people are like, oh, this is like the next Pokemon. This is the thing is, the day that this game released in Japan, it was actually sold just about as well as Red and Blue did whenever it came out back in '96, or Red and Green. It's Red and Blue over here, Red and Green over there. So that's why people are saying that. But it's a good standalone game. It's worth picking up and playing once. But there's not really. It's really hard to decide what yokai that you're going to capture. That's going to turn off a lot of players because the ones that you actually want are really hard to even find, let alone get. Like, you know how the rare Pokemon are in the games. They're in one specific place. You go to that place. You get ready to battle it. You get prepared for it. There's really no way to prepare for a rare capture like that in this game because it shows up randomly. You have to go looking for it, like in trash cans and vending machines and under cars. And those are little crappy ones. Some of
Maybe
them,
under trucks?
I don't know. I just
Under
go
trucks
running.
near a famous ship?
You didn't get it.
No, I didn't.
It went over your head.
Yeah.
Mew.
Oh gosh. I never did that. Gold and silver were my first game, so I never did that.
I actually did try to use strength on the truck.
Same.
Well, and my Ruby version, I actually try to keep going back to Moss Deep City every day to try to go up to space to capture the Oxes. But
I remember that, and I remember my friends telling me about Jirachi. Like, this was before it was being marketed and all that. Jirachi and Deoxys, and I was just like, oh, these sound so cool. Well, you got to go to Moss Deep City, and if the rocket's going to take off that day, you get Deoxys.
it's stupid. But
Anyways,
anyway,
back to YoKai Watch or whatever it's called.
YoKai Watch. Chris,
You've activated my trap card.
Mwah.
what do y'all think about this?
I think a lot of what's driving the game in the States right now is the popularity from Japan. Like, it's not coming over here and it's just immediately taking off on its own merits. So it kind of has that going for it. I think in the long term, the name is really odd sounding here. I know Pokemon sounds weird, but after almost 20 years now, it's just become a household name. And I don't know. People be asking what a yokai is.
Well, Pokemon stands for Pocket Monsters, makes sense.
Right.
Yokai, I think that means, I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%. I think Kai means power of some sort.
It's spirit, ain't it?
We need to get Lori on the show to tell us.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Yo means watch. Watch spirit.
So watch spirit watch. Brilliant.
Yeah. Genius.
Oh, by the way, speaking of things,
level 5. Yeah.
Speaking of things that are popular in Japan and that might be coming over to the States soon, Fire Emblem is getting a trading card game.
Is it really?
It already has the trading card game and has been released in Japan. I know Lori had some of the cards when she was over at the pre-release with us, and she told me that Ike was going to be in the next set, which means I am automatically in because I fight for my friends.
We like Ike.
But I also saw today that Ike is going to be getting his own sleeves as a part of the promotional run for the next set, so I am over here just fanboying.
Story time. Me and a bunch of my coworkers were playing Brawl last night.
You mean y'all
And
played that broken piece of crap?
yes, we did. We had rules. 2. 3 stock, final destination, no items, no meta knights. And he played Ike and destroyed me. Like, absolute. I was rusty. I haven't played Brawl in about 5 years.
Ike's awesome. He hits like a truck.
Mm-hmm.
He does. He's slow, though. He's a little too slow.
So many of his attacks have a bunch of lag in it, though, so you really have to play to that and kind of know when to use your counter to space your opponents.
He's too slow for me.
You're too slow.
I go with the quick hitters or the semi-quick hitters, and I like swordsmen. So I kind of like Pit. I like Meta Knight in the other games. I won't play him in Brawl, but I'll play him in Wii U and 3DS version. I like Kirby, just because he's Kirby. Kirby's probably my best character. And I like Fox just because he's fast. I know that's typical. I never play with Sheik, though, so you can't go say, oh, typical Smash Brother person. But we're getting off topic. So, question for you guys in the comment section.
If anybody comments.
They're down there.
YoKai Watch. Do you actually think this game will actually surpass Pokemon? I want to know what your opinions are. If you think so, you're wrong. I'm sorry. You're wrong. If you like YoKai Watch, great. I actually enjoy the game.
You're
But
still wrong.
You're just
still
wrong. Jamie.
What? I like JRPGs, though. And it's
You know, if anybody on Burbank makes it this far into the video, they're going to flame the heck out of you.
okay.
They already do anyways, so.
Yeah, they do. They give me the awfulest bunch of crap ever.
If not, me and Ryan will make posts about it.
Okay. So, anything else you guys want to talk about?
I don't have anything going on right now, so.
I like turtles.
Are you guys going to do the LCs coming up?
No. Oh, I gotta show you how bad of a ripoff this is, guys.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yet he won't be able to put the game down after we get off air.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's the greatest game ever!
Blast Eyes!
What is this?
Oh, hey, what's up, Muck?
This is called Griselda. It looks like a mock.
A fat ditto.
Well, that too. That just looks like a Muna that ate somebody's really, really bad nightmare.
This is supposed to be a tapir. For you guys who don't know, a tapir is a creature in Japanese mythology that it's supposed to be a pig with a snout that it eats people's dreams and it favors the nightmare or the good dreams of children to turn them into nightmares. Let's go back to the Pokedex. What do you guys think? What does that sound like?
Sounds a lot like Drowsy.
It is Drowsy. Anyway, that's my rambling. I've got like 12 of the things, and I just started playing it like the other day. I put like 3 hours in it. But I guess we're done for the night. I want to go to bed. Anyway, guys, this has been Jamie.
This has been Ryan.
And this is Chris reminding you to keep on splashing.
You keep splashing, guys.
Keep splashing, y'all.